Massive fish. Oh, right there, baby.
Oh my God, come on. This is insane, bro.
Joey Slam.
Hey boy, get over here. Get over here. You love it when the camera turns on. What up, Slayers? We're back at it with another Slay Adventure. And if you guys saw the last episode, we went ahead and caught these crazy crayfish right here. These crawdads, these female crawdads that were loaded with babies, it seems. There's at least 2 of them that are pregnant, while the other 2 may be pregnant based on the content that was shown with Godzilla crushing one and all the babies popping out. So what I have here is a bucket full of them. Been using an aerator and been very adamant in water changes. And let's see what we can do here. This one is not only a female, but has nothing. We have to check this out and look thoroughly and find out which one has the eggs. But before then, let's head to our nearest pet store, Beverly's Pet Center to be exact, and get exactly what we need to house these babies. All right, Slayers, so I just made it to my local pet store here, Beverly's Pet Center. As you guys can see, it is loaded, jam-packed with tons of things. Now, Slayers, I like to go here whenever I have a whole bunch of craylings. I have pretty much a female crayfish with eggs, anything of the sort, just to see what they have available so I can pick the perfect setup depending on the situation I'm in. So I've never done that on the channel for you guys. So I want to show you guys what options are here at your local pet store, or what you can do whenever you have a pregnant crayfish. In this specific situation, guys, you want to make sure you get a tank that is shrimp safe. It needs to be shrimp safe, because if you're not really paying attention to the gestation, pretty much the growth of your eggs, it can happen like every week. The eggs can grow and continue to drop, and your craylings will hatch. Therefore, the craylings will get off the mom and run around. Now, you don't want them to run around into a filter, so you need to make sure you get a shrimp safe tank. All right, guys, so we just moved up to an area here that they have some tanks out in the open here on display. These are 189. These are fluvos. These are self-sustaining tanks. They're perfect. You guys know that I love to use and preach using fluvo. These are ideal for shrimp tanks, for crayfish, the whole 9 yards. The only thing is you need to go ahead and put some filter floss on the intake to make sure that when the cratings hatch, they don't fall in. But these are good, especially when the cratings hatch. That's a lot of space for them, 5 gallons. This, however, is very interesting. I was looking at it as I was talking about that tank right there. And this is pretty interesting. It's 3.25 gallons, and it divides all the way through. Now, crayfish can live in just about anything. What I really like about this actually is that it's pretty much chambered up. It's pretty much chambered up, which is really, really interesting. It might be ideal right now for my crayfish, because I could put 1 pregnant females here, 1 of the pregnant females there, and then 2 in the back. Or whenever they hatch, I can pretty much separate all the craylings here from pretty much eating each other and attacking each other. So this is a good option, especially if you're trying to separate your crayfish, as well as when you have your craylings. This is good because it's made. What is that noise? My God, someone give me a. It happens every time I film here. You can go the different route, and you can just get yourself one of these Aquan glass aquariums here that are 10 gallons, and then you can get a sponge filter, which is boom, 5 seconds. So you can do that, and then you can try to divide it in half with an aquarium divider you can get on Amazon as well. Just all you gotta do is, like, depending on the size of your tank, you get a sponge filter, and boom. So this might be an option today. But my favorite option, it does get a little pricey depending on the availability of these tanks. And I don't think they're here, but it's right here. The exact one right here. The fluvo shrimp tanks. Now, you guys have seen them on my channel several times. That's where I've done a lot of my blue crayfish babies, my whites, as well as Wawa, the Farley, and Catch'em Fish have had their craylings be hatched in those type of tanks, and those are ideal because they're literally made for shrimp. They're literally made for shrimp tanks that they already have the shrimp guard. Now, another option too, I'm not sure if they're still here. It's been a minute since I've been around here, but these ideal, the quiet flow internal shrimp filters. Hang over the back, call it a day. So if I really want to get into it, 20 gallons, I got one of these right here, and I got myself about a 5 gallon. If you want to have it extra clear and super clear, and you don't really want to be on top of your water changes, but if you do, just grab this, which is 20 bucks, this, which is probably 20 bucks, and you'll be on your way. Look at that, $16.99, 20 bucks, 30 bucks, and you have a set exactly for your crayfish needs. All right, Slayers, we got everything we needed from Beverly's Pet Center. We got 2 little homes for the pregnant crayfish, so they can live here, feel safe, don't feel threatened, so they can pretty much nurture their eggs. On top of that, like I showed you guys, I have the quiet flows, very simple, made for shrimp, made for the nice planted tanks as well. Super easy, super simple. And in the process too, found some tank dividers. Well, I opened one. That's how it works out. So these are very, very simple. If you don't want to get multiple tanks, you just get one, continue to divide all the way through. Especially if you're really getting into this process right here, guys. It's very, very convenient, so you don't have to worry about another crayfish eating another. Just divide them, watch them grow, and then you'll be able to harvest the eggs and the craylings when they're done. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this up quick. Again, I do want to emphasize, I don't know if you guys can see, for everything you see here, 130 bucks. 130 bucks. I do love the Fluval shrimp tank. It's super convenient because it's just one. For that one tank, it's 130 bucks. So for 2, you can put 4 crayfish pregnant, have other crayfish breed. You can have your male, your female in here divided at all times. Make it really, really nice. Very, very, very pretty. Full of plants and stuff like that. Plants will probably die because they'll get eaten, but nonetheless, you can make it very simple. Not that expensive for you guys. They'll not do yourself, but like pretty much has everything you need to go ahead and breed and house crayfish. So I'm gonna set this up really, really quick, get some water in here, and then we're gonna just take another look and examine these crayfish and we'll be good to go. Check out our ladies right here. They look pretty good. Everyone's ready. And here's our setup right now, divided flawlessly. Now I recommend, guys, box did say 15-20 gallons, so you might have to go ahead and cut and shape it up perfectly so it can fit here for your dividers. But everything looks good. The shrimp tanks are on the sides where the pregnant crayfish will be. These pots will be for the pregnant crayfish since they already have eggs. Now I do think the other crayfish we have here will have eggs, so when they actually brood and have those eggs, we'll also put some pots in there so they can feel safe and secure while they're guarding those eggs. So let me go ahead and plug these in right now. They don't need much water. They don't need much water to plug in. These are brand new outlets. Boy, if you look at that, it should work in a couple of seconds. That's it. Fresh water on that side, aeration for the eggs and the crayfish. And the cool thing about these tank dividers, they have small little holes for water to go through. Check this out. It should go through and boom. Let me show you these holes real quick. I don't know if I showed you guys before, but they have small little perforations here so water and oxygen can go back and forth. This is ideal if you want to just breed a super cheap, easy setup, not that expensive, if you just want to have some fun and breed some crayfish. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to find some of the crayfish. Look at this one. This one has eggs already. This one doesn't have many eggs, probably about, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 eggs. But this is a female, she's good to go. She has just enough. She has all her eggs here, so I'm gonna put her right down in here. This is the same one I use for all my tanks. All right, she just went inside, just like that. Already feeling safe. She's gonna be walking around, checking out her new area and everything like that. This is ideal with the substrate too, so that if the eggs do hatch, they don't go to the other side. So let me see what other one we can scoop up here, if we can get the other pregnant ones quickly and safely without harassing them too much. Let's see, this one doesn't have any eggs, but based on that Godzilla video that we had, the eggs can still be in the head, which is pretty insane. So we're gonna put this one here too. Just plop that one in. My little lobsters. These are just the normal common Florida crayfish, not colorful lobsters, but we might get lucky and one of these eggs can hatch and could be blue, could be red, could be white, could be any color. So for this one, there's not a single egg. So we're just gonna put this one on this side. Oh, caught her right before she fell. Right there. And then last but not least, we'll leave this one has eggs. Yeah, a lot. That one has a whole sack right there of eggs. That one has about 100 eggs. And honestly, I've seen it and I've had where my blue one has this entire tail filled, entire tail covered that she can't even close her tail, and she's loaded. That's why she curls that tail to protect those eggs. Look, see, completely shelled, completely covered. That's what mom's doing. They'll stay here for about 6 weeks, even after they hatch. And then after that, you gotta remove them, because if not, the mom will eat them. So we're gonna put her right here, just like so. She'll be good to go. Boom. In the aeration, chilling, loving life. And that's our setup, guys. Right then and there. We have a little crayfish setup here, which is ideal for breeding, ideal for housing pregnant crayfish, also housing craylings when they hatch. So if you have any questions, DM me. That wraps it up for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next adventure.